Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Time for the next boss fight, my friends. And yeah, let me show you my encounter in Union Cave. Surprisingly, we got... I can't fucking see this Pokemon anymore. Wooper. Timid nature, 0 attack. Give me that fucking max speed Quagsire so I can outspeed Slowbro. Who needs attack with Quagsire? At least we are water absorb. I can't say anything bad about that. Would be cringe. Even this is a complaint log. But yeah, obviously we got the right ability here. But yeah. It is what it is. 0 attack, minus attack is obviously Pepega. And the max speed is time to outspeed some Slowbros now. So, I think I have a pretty decent plan against Maylene. We are 22 with my 5-star, 23 with Unknown. We don't need anything on this. Mickey is 23 as well now for this fight, especially because of the speed tier. Akali is my Expedia Pokemon in this fight. And yeah, this only needs to do 1 pivot, I think. And I think we should be pretty safe with this line now. Took a bit to prep that fight because so I will explain that. My problem about my box is that I have a problem to kill Machoke and Graveler. Both, basically, with different mons. Because Azu is the Pokemon who can kill basically both mons. But I cannot afford that if Graveler is not last. Because it can boom and then we have a problem. And I don't want to lose Azu. So, now the plan is... I think it's not a problem if this crit kills now. We have to adjust the line a bit, because I thought about that already. So what we're gonna do here is U-turn. We can crit kill this, because we always do over 50% here. And this will not use the tech, because Psycho Cut sees a kill. Guaranteed kill. We'll just U-turn here. Yep. And we will switch to Akali. And she is immune to Psycho Cut, of course. Intimidate means that Mediti is not seeing a kill on Akali anymore. So this can actually go for the tag here. What would be okay, completely. So we go back to 5-star. Don't like to see the crit from Drain Punch here. So behave. Okay, really good. And now we just kill this with Leech Life. This cannot detect because, like, if this could detect, basically the problem is that we could trigger Switch AI with that. From exactly Lucario, what is fine, because Lucario is the next Pokemon anyways, but it can't detect, because even after the Intimidate, it sees a kill with Psycho Cut. So we just Leech Life kill this now. Bait Lucario. Because the AI sees the super effective fire, HP fire here, but it will not use it. So, we will not U-turn out here. Even we could U-turn out here because 5-star is faster. And this is always Thunder Punch. We will not do it because that can open some small fictions. And on this Thunder Punch we will go to Unaware here now. We need a special sequence here now for this Lucario to bait exactly Machoke. And that's why we need to do this sequence here now. The line is pretty cool here as well. Because we will use Mudshot, never crit kill this, it's really important. And we can also not trigger Switch AI. Critical hit would be fine here, by the way. Because even after a crit, we only bait the same move. -1 speed is really nice here. Now, this is Mark Punch. Now we need Arbok for the 1 pivot here, basically. On the Mark Punch. It's fine if this crits, by the way. And Arbok is really special here. Thank you, Oz. Intimidate is also important for this play here now. Because that is really rare that Lucario will use the move Bone Rush. And Arbok is one of the only mons, at least I have in my mind right now, who baits consistent Bone Rush. Because it resists every other move. And Bone Rush is super effective. So this is consistent now, Bone Rush. And now the next part, why is this is so good? Because it would, like this line would work also with Clear Body. But we couldn't change the baits, and that's why Intimidate is not always fraud, guys. Intimidate can be really fucking useful. Because of the Intimidate, we changed highest damage from Thunder Punch to HP Fire here now. So what we're gonna do here is just use double HP Ground. We cannot trigger Switch AI here, because we are just simply faster now. Yeah, and this is HP Fire now, exactly. We just kill this. If this would be... That's why we can hold the Oranberry, what is really nice. And Unbekannt is pretty healthy here. This is always Machoke exactly, and always Payback. We are not resisting that move, it's even super effective, so there's no chance for -1 score. It's highest damage anyways. So this is always exactly Payback. So we can go to Mickey here now. On that Payback. I thought for a long time how to beat this fucking asshole. And yeah, that's the best way. We need 23 to outspeed this Machoke now here. Silk Scarf, Fake Out, and the Body Slam always kills. If this is Berry Juice proc, because of the crit, we just still kill it with Body Slam. That's it. Yeah, and now there's a small problem, and we can play around the problem. This is, sadly enough, not consistent because of the AI here. This can use basically Rock Smash, or this can use Bulldoze. Nothing will kill here right now. And this cannot boom. This is really important, okay? So we can always Bubble Beam here. And never die to Rock Smash crit. And never die to Bulldoze crit, of course. This can't boom here right now. And there's one other good part. Because we are so healthy. We Bubble Beam. And this can also not Rock Slide, I think. If this is a defense drop crit. I think this can Rock Slide now. That's fine. We played around that. I think this would be completely random move. We can stay in if you want to. We can also share some experience. But let me confirm that my Unknown is not dying for no reason now. So if this is Rock Slide, we never die to a crit. So we can go to Unknown here. Yeah, easy. Bulldoze is obviously never a problem. And with that we are sharing some experience, because Unknown is not that strong in the split. It got some frags, but yeah. Cool. And that was nearly riskless, I would say. It took a bit to find the sequence here, because, yeah, like nothing in my box was consistently beating Machoke outside of my Azu. And Azu is the one who actually wants to always beat Gravel as well, especially if you can't beat it, bait it last. And then you want to also show a kill with Rock Slide, otherwise it can just boom. There's a small chance it can just boom to full life if you don't show a kill. And yeah, the AI about this Graveler is a bit annoying. You need to be a bit careful because of Bulldoze as well. So that was, I think, the best I could do here. And yeah, I will explain now what we would do, basically, if we crit kill the Mediti turn 1. If we crit kill the Mediti turn 1, we just go to Unknown, because we are U-turning, and Unknown would bait Machoke. We are basically doing exactly the same things, just a bit the line is different. Graveler would still be last. So we will go to Unknown. Unknown would bait Machoke, exactly Payback. We just kill this with my Azu. Azu always baits Lucario. And exactly Mark Punch. Even Thunder Punch is basically higher base power, but it's adaptability step. So this is always Mark Punch. And if we get a crit, it could get a bit spicy, for sure. If we get a Payback crit, I think. Not even exactly sure about that. But I think we should be always fine, even if this crits. Let me check that. Yeah, he was always safe. So this was never Thunder Punch. This was never Thunder Punch. It was always Mark Punch. So we go back to Ledian. what is full life basically. And even if the Smart Punch crits, it's always exactly Thunder Punch only. I think some rolls of HP Fire, but that's okay. Like, because we are in range, basically, then it's a 50-50. We go to Quagsire, do the same thing what we did basically, Mud Shot, go to Unknown, and kill it. So, also the Intimidate pivot on Arbok is obviously important, because, you know, Bone Rush switch in. We want to have the safe switch in to Unknown, basically. Yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next fight.